One thing I learned very young in life is that the world is cruel to a fat woman. Peace and love. Happy Monday. I am so happy to see you. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and in good spirits. Today, I'm here to put a little bit of mojo into your Monday. I am Coach Latasha. I empower survivors of domestic abuse and sex trauma by teaching you how to get out of survival mode and step into your self-directed, sovereign life with confidence and authority. Now, Spirit has been tugging on my heart with this for a few days now, and I'm specifically tapping into the energy of the BBW community, okay? Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about why this is important to me. So I know that has to do with why I'm able to really tap in on some of the emotions and know exactly how that adds an extra layer of cruelty and just sinkings that bite in a little bit more when we're talking about abuse in an overweight person. So first, at my largest point in life, I was up to 260 pounds. And it really took me some time to really understand the dynamics in my family. I was raised and surrounded by beautiful big women, overweight women, but women who taught me to have pride for myself no matter how big my size was, to look good, to smell good. Maybe that physical aspect, that aspect of exercise was missing, but nonetheless, I have a special relationship with big women. I've always viewed big women as beautiful. I am a person who can see beauty in everybody, but I love big women. Okay, they're beautiful. To me, when I see a big woman, it just reminds me of my grandmother. It reminds me of home. It reminds me of comfort. It reminds me of good meals. And obese people, fat people are people. But one thing that I learned as a woman who has been every size up to 260 pounds, I've never really been any less than 160 pounds. I've always been short and stout. And for me, I really had to learn how abuse, how numbing with addiction and food was big for me, and how all of my trauma contributed to my size, and how no one wanted to acknowledge that, but everyone was so ready to ridicule me for that. Okay, the world will always let you know when they think that you're ugly, overweight, especially a man. No one asks the man, no one asks anyone, but a man is always going to be in a position to tell you what he thinks about your appearance, even when it's inappropriate. And so growing up in a family with BBWs, big, beautiful black women, I really got to see what they experienced in dating and marriage. And it wasn't pretty. There was always this level of teasing. There was always this level of, I can do better than you, be thankful. There was always kicking you down, but never doing anything to uplift you, never recognizing all the burden, all the weight that is put on you. So, of course, the body is going to manifest it physically. And when you're starved of love, starved of affection, starved of being treated like a human being, starved of being seen, you start to numb in certain ways. And eating is one of the ways. It's very important to know how to love yourself at every season in life. You may not be the size that you want to be. You may not be where you want to be in life, but it's very important that we get comfortable with not knowing where we are, where we fit, not quite having all the answers. It's okay to be at that point in life to not have all the answers. And we have to get comfortable with that so that we can be able to relax and receive and be guided through the process, because that's what it's about. It's a lot of lessons. How do we cultivate that love, even if we may be feeling defeated? Self-esteem and self-esteem issues run deep, okay? As a woman who's been every size, as a woman who has talked to and know women who have been obese and massively just overweight, I'm talking about 300, 400 pounds, lose that weight and still feel like that big girl on the inside after losing the weight. So it's more about the mindset, the mentality, getting into that mind frame of knowing, first of all, I want you to know, beautiful BBW, you can lose the weight if you choose to. Don't let anybody tell you what you can, what you can't do, how old, whatever. There are many ways and methods of losing weight safely out here. I recommend doing your research. I'm not a specialist in this, but I have lost over 70 pounds and I am trying to reach that next level of fitness in my life because I've noticed how my size, my weight I've been able to see the difference in how I get treated. No more differently than when I wear a different hairstyle. When I choose to wear my hair longer, if I happen to wear a wig or braids, I get treated completely different or approached differently than what I do in my natural curly afro state, which is like how I like to wear my hair. So I truly do believe that if you can cultivate a positive mindset, if you work on those issues, if you work and know a little bit about what contributes to you being overweight, is it trauma? Is it bad coping mechanisms? Is it a bad diet? Is it like a sleep? How was your lab work looking? Your blood work? Are you healthy? Your cholesterol, your low density, high density cholesterol, your triglycerides, what is all that looking like? Because when it comes to doing the work on the self, you need to be working on yourself as a whole. And I know it can be overwhelming. That's why you have to be okay with where you are and take the baby steps and let each positive step forward that you take to nurture yourself, really take that and cherish that and hold on to that and really feel that and get used to it. I've seen it. Cultivating a healthy mindset leads to weight loss. It leads to weight loss. I can't tell you how many times, once I see a person really get into that self-love journey and start getting into habits, changing their daily habits, getting into things that fulfill them, having a little bit of fun in life, all of that leads to better habit, which leads to you looking better. So just know that if you want to lose the weight, it is possible. And don't overwhelm yourself, because one thing that's so overwhelming that I see with people who have over 100 pounds or more of weight to lose and they get overwhelmed at the amount of weight that they have to lose. And I've been there. You know, it's all about how you feel. Whether someone feels like you need to lose the weight or not, it's totally up to you and how you feel. So if you feel like you need to lose the weight and it's affecting your health, affecting your self-esteem, it's time to change that. And when you have a large amount of weight to lose, it can feel like you can feel defeated before even beginning. So I would see that a lot, in that on top of someone who is being abused, manipulated, cheated on, undervalued, assaulted. Just seeing women who were only taking on dates at certain times or had part-time lovers, or just had that man that wouldn't show them that affection outwardly, were embarrassed by being with a big woman. That really affects your self-esteem. So with that overwhelm, you have to take that weight loss in increments. 10 to 20 pound increments. Let's not look at the 100. Let's not look at the 50. Even if you have 20 pounds to lose, break it into 5 pounds, 7 pounds. I don't know, but break it down into chunks to where you can keep building that momentum and you can keep seeing the transition at each step, which is going to motivate you even more. And you have to be okay with knowing that this may be an up and down journey. Now, if you are a BBW, beautiful big woman, beautiful big Black woman, all women, if you can identify with some of the things that I'm talking about, comment, like, share, comment, consider subscribing, and let me know some of the experiences, some of the things that you have heard as a big woman. Because when it's almost like it's that when you're big, when you're overweight, it's that flaw that you can't hide. See, when you're an alcoholic, a lot of times, when you're a drug addict, when you like to snort cocaine on the side, When you're cheating with somebody's married husband, all that stuff, you can hide that. But when you're big, you can't hide it. The world sees it. And the world assumes your dysfunction. The world assumes they know everything about you and your circumstances because you're fat. It's not fair. And people are so extra cruel to women. And we know Black women, we always get an extra dose of hate. The standard is always raised for us, but there is never any compassion. No one ever asks, well, how did they get to be this way? What is the mindset there? How are they caring for themselves? Because a lot of times, once you get to that issue, once you work on that trauma, once you work on knowing the things that you depend on to cope, your coping mechanisms, the things that you do to self-soothe, the type of people you surround yourself with, once you really start to understand and dig deep into that trauma, the weight will begin to melt right along with that trauma, right along with that mindset. And this is something that's going to be continuous. It's a continuous work. So I'm going to dig into a few of my decks just to see the energies and see what positive messages that the Most High would like to communicate with you, would like for you to know at this stage where you are, to help you feel a little more validated, seen, and beautiful, because you are beautiful no matter where you are, okay? This society is very vain. People have an inability to really see people for who they are. People can see you for what you look like, how you make them feel based off how you look, and what they can get from you. And one thing that I can say about people who have experienced a certain level of rejection, and overweight people have definitely experienced cruelty, rejection, being left out, not being invited places, being made fun of, being the butt of the joke, being invited somewhere to be the butt of the joke. Because you have experienced all that rejection, a lot of times your heart is intact, it's in place, it's in order, because you have learned to deal and cope with harsh realities while still being kind to other people, because you would never want to treat someone the way that someone mistreated you just for being overweight, just for looking a certain type of way, just for having a disability, just for whatever the difference may be. And that's what it's like when you're a big woman. Everyone feels like they have the right to judge you and say whatever they want whenever they get ready. Let's tap into the cards, okay? So I'm going to, let's see. Dig into some tarot, I believe. And we're going to see what are some of the things that led to this defeated mind state, this mind state of just you not feeling beautiful, valued, and some of the things that you've been going through in this past season. I just want to see a little bit about that so I can really understand how to cater this last bit of this message to you. All right, thank you, Moses. Oh, 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 all right. Ooh, woohoo. Okay, you have been going through a lot, my dear. Whew. Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. With this, I'm hearing readjusting, recalibrating your energy, taking a break, taking a sip of water after a long run, getting ready to go for another round, aiming at your next target, aiming at what it is that you really want, and it all being centered in self and what you need. This is what I'm feeling with the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. But let's see. Give me a moment here. Let's see. Let's see how many cards came out. Oh my God. Let me see here. 6, 7, 8. So 8 cards came out. Okay. 8 cards indicating that you are nearing the end of the cycle. That ass is tired. But there is another side that you are not aware of. Whew. Wonder why you tired, baby. This is a lot. I mean, we have the Tower in here. Also have the Ace of Pentacles, which is great. 8 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. So there's a lot of focus on building stability for yourself. Knowing that you don't have to be validated by anyone. Because when your season comes to reveal the new you, it's so crazy how everything shifts and you get instant respect when you lose that weight, or when you have a shift that's on the outside and people can see it. See, when it's a mental shift, when it's internal, when it's a mental elevation, a lot of times people don't want to be on your level and people want to hate that. Oh, but when they can see the physical change, oh, it's like you automatically get the respect that you should have gotten that you should have gotten in the first place, because you're the same person that you've always been. So this is given just, whoo, you have been working, okay? We have the 5 of Swords. With this, I'm feeling confronting beast, okay? Confronting the inner shadow, confronting things that you don't want to confronting the people in your life that are causing conflict, that aren't really helping you get to where you need to be, that are keeping you stuck, feeling small. I'm going to go back to this. The Tower. Everything is collapsing for a reason, my dear, okay? Everything is collapsing for a reason, because you are learning major lessons. And this is a higher level of elevation, which requires sometimes longer lessons. And that's just what it is with life. But this is something that's going to work in your favor, because, like I said, we have a whole lot of pentacles here. Get this major arcana. Yeah. Okay. Also with this, I'm feeling like you have been someone that's been fighting a lot of battles, not only mentally, but being in a financial crisis, dealing with all of a sudden change. You may have lost a job, change a situation, all of a sudden change in living circumstances. But I feel like with this group, not only have you been going through a lot of mental stress and insecurities in love, career, finances, which has all taken a toll on your self-esteem. The fact that you may have lost a job, you may not feel like you where you want to be with your career, that may be affecting your self-esteem. The fact that man told you that you weren't good enough. The fact that he mishandled you, manipulated, lied to you, has your self-esteem out of order. The fact that your money is funny, all of that, it just seems like, well, dang, well, what do I have to work with? What do I have working for me? It's your soul, it's your spirit. It's your ability to call in whatever it is that you desire. It's your ability to shift and turn around whatever circumstance you want, because in these cards, in this cycle of 8 coming near the end, is the world. You are in the midst of doing this work to shape your own reality. 8 of Pentacles. Focusing on your money. Rebuilding. Things are going to be coming, and you're going to be given a hand up by the Most High, by the divine, the divine is going to be giving you a leg up and helping you. The more that you begin to choose yourself, set boundaries, feed into your mind, body, and spirit. Okay. We have to realize that in healing the body, the mind to function at its best, everything works together and everything has to be balanced, from how we feel mentally to our bodies and emotionally. And sometimes things do get misaligned, out of whack, but it's okay. We can always realign. Let's go into the African Goddess Rising, because I'm excited about this group, because with this group, I feel like there's going to be like just major jaw-dropping transformations. And when it comes to losing weight, large amounts of weight, that's something that I keep hearing that. That's something that just like being a focus for a lot of us out here. And I understand it because we want to be healthy. One thing that I can say about Black women and women, period, we are elevating and we are caring for ourselves. And Black women, I really see us really taking the time to care for ourselves, to take off some of the responsibilities. And I'm so proud of what we're doing for ourselves and leaning on each other and giving ourselves the support that we need. Okay, so it's very important to have some type of sisterhood and community to grow with, to have people around you that are doing better than you, who are tackling something that you would like to. African Goddess Rising, I'm going to go straight to the bottom. Sekhmet, Wounded Healer. Some of you are going to have an awesome testimony. That's what I hear, an awesome testimony because of everything that you've been through, because of the level of rejection, because of the level of trials and tribulations. When you really get into that energy and start to activate that healing energy on the level that you were supposed to, things are really going to turn around. And they already are. You might not see it, but things are already shifting. Things are shifting and moving to create space for the new. You are not the same person that you used to be. And for this person who wants to lose weight really, really, really bad, you have to remember to celebrate the small things, okay? Okay, so maybe you don't have the pounds off yet, but maybe you've made a better choice. Maybe you set the soda aside and you haven't had a soda all week. That's an accomplishment, okay? Maybe you went to the doctor to go get your lab work checked to make sure that everything is okay as far as your hormones, and there is something that's working against you within your body. If you're taking those steps, kudos to you. All that adds up. All that adds up. Major transformation and changes take time. This has been so long, but with this group, I feel like towards the end with that number 8, the 8 cards that came out, you're nearing the end, and it's going to come a point to where it's been so slow and grueling. And it's like, oh my God, when is this going to end? And then all of a sudden it's going to be like just, whew. It's like you're going to transform almost, it seems, overnight, especially the other people to overnight. To you, you're going to be like, that shit wasn't overnight. But to everyone else is going to seem overnight. You've been doing the work behind the scenes. So that's the energy that I'm feeling here, okay? Asase ya, joy. I'm hearing weeping may endure for the night, but joy comes in the morning. Joy through this new self-love and nourishment, this new relationship with yourself. Being able to be content mentally. See, when you can love and accept your body wherever you are, have a content, loving heart, have a calm mental space, you can endure everything and feel joy at any time in life. Speak up. This blue. She rocking that blue. She is rocking a blue. Mame Kumba Bang Bang. Speak up, honey. If someone says something that made you feel a certain type of way, someone always monitoring your diet, someone always trying to introduce new things to you about how you can lose weight, tell them shut the fuck up. Shut up. This is for you to deal with. Speak up. If people are disrespecting you, making you feel a certain type of way, speak up. And then also with the speak up, I'm feeling, take up space. Don't feel like you have to shrink. Don't feel like you can't try new outfits or bold colors because someone told you you look like a zebra or you look like a balloon in a certain color or in an outfit or something like that. That's what people like to do to keep you small. And when people can take something obvious that everyone sees and make and embarrass you in front of others and get people along with it, it can really affect your esteem. But it's time to speak up, baby. It's time to experiment with fashion, colors. You see how she is killing that blue, hunty? You see how she is rocking that? With this, I'm hearing learning how to dress for your body shape, your style, learning how to accent whatever you have. If you big breasted it at the top, learn how to accentuate those tops. So this is learning how to work with what you have. No more making yourself small, shrinking, being uncomfortable, acting like you're not supposed to be confident because you're big. And some of you, your face card don't decline, okay? Face card don't decline. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else that you want to say to us? Thank you, Spirit. And I honestly don't like toxic sayings like that anyway. Face decline, don't decline, don't decline, because I really do understand that we live in a vain society. I really do understand that, but sometimes we really have to be able to look at people for who they are, respect, love people for who they are. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else from this deck? Anything else, Spirit? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else? Anything else? All right, that's it out of that one. On with this segment, I'm hearing like dark divine energy, cutting off, limiting access type energy. And if you are interested and want to learn more about limiting access, stay tuned because I'm going to be doing a video on that pretty soon. And last, I'm going to go to the Oracle of the Angels deck and see how the Most High wants to comfort you today, my love. You are such a beautiful soul inside and out. And no matter what society says, no matter what anyone has told you, you have to learn to love yourself where you are through every stage, every journey, and love yourself to that person that you want to be, because you can be whoever you want to be. That's up to you, baby. You are her and you can be whoever you desire. I keep looking at the clock because I got something somewhere to be in 10 minutes. I have to leave in 10 minutes. So I'm trying not to rush. All right, 3 cards came out. Higher thought, comfort, and truth. I'm hearing a lot of things. Okay, with this specifically, there's a message that this is a specific message. The truth is coming about something that someone did to you, something maybe that you can no longer hide, a dynamic that you can no longer go with. I feel like there is this massive release that's going to be happening, that's going to be shifting, and where you're going to be feeling sort of ridiculed. People are not going to like this. There are certain people that are going to want to go along with the protection that's been going on along the whole time, but the Most High is going to comfort you during this. And to get to that next level, higher thought. You want to lose that weight? Higher thought. You're trying to heal and cultivate self-love? Higher thought. And higher thought often starts with making a better choice at a time. Simple things, simple decisions. Learning to cut certain things out and replace it with something positive. You can do this. You got this, fam. Okay, I gotta go. I hate the rush, but I really do have to go, family. I will see you soon. I'll see you later this week. I love you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you are a beautiful BBW face card, don't decline, honey. Love yourself wherever you are. Don't allow anyone to tell you anything about you, your beauty, your value, your worth. And I'm out.